on Wednesday. Damn. You know what? I'm so used to doing my show straight out of commit on Wednesday. So I'm up here talking about some peace, everyone. Happy Wednesday, and it's not even Wednesday. So, happy Friday to you. I trust that you are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Everybody, I don't want these. Okay. I trust that you are having a wonderful, wonderful day. I came on here to do this video because this is something that I have been holding in, and I only told a few select people, and I am so ready just to release this information and move on with my life, or move forward in the direction in which I am supposed to go. Yes. So hopefully the lesson or the message that you get out of this is to stop ignoring your inner self. Now, what I'm about to say may sound a little bit crazy. It might spook some people out. Some people might not want to talk to me ever again. But it's okay, because I just have to be true and authentic in my truth. So, it all started about 2 years ago, maybe 3. Okay, so what happened was I had my own place in Hyattsville. I don't know why I wanted to say North Carolina. In Hyattsville, Maryland. I'm trying to think, how did it actually start? Okay, so during that time, I was going like through this transition of having like a really like hurtful breakup. And you know, when you go through situations like that, you have energies. You have like spirit energies that lurk around. I told you it's about to get spooky. So I was doing all of this, what I would consider as like manifestation, because I wanted to be back with that person. So I was doing like a whole bunch of meditation, a whole bunch of mantras, or things that, you know, people might consider as like voodoo, but we know that voodoo is really the study of nature, so it's not anything bad. So within me doing that, things started to take place around my apartment. And mind you, I lived by myself. So one of the first things, and also before I get into this story, this is how I knew that I have something. I'm gifted, which we all are, if we actually hone in and tap into it. But this energy wasn't making itself apparent until I was obviously by myself, because I needed to be by myself in order to be able to focus inward. So the first occurrence that happened is that I was about to go to bed, and I was like, okay, I went to the room, and I was like, dang, I forgot something. I don't even remember what it was that I forgot in the living room. I had turned off all the lights. All the lights was turned off, okay? And then I go back outside into the living room, and my lamp, I have a lamp, like a tall lamp that has like, you know, one of them things that like curve over like this, but it's like 5, 6, 7, like that. And all the lights was on. And I'm standing at the doorway of the bedroom, and I'm like, what? I know I just turned off all of these lights. I was like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. That was the first thing. I'm trying to make sure, because it was like it was a collective of things that started happening over the time. So I believe that was the first thing. Okay, so then that happened. I was like, and then that light, you have to turn it. You okay, baby? That light, you have to turn it 3 times in order for it to come on. So I was like freaked out that that it was on. It's because I even made sure I was like 1, 2, 3, like to make sure, because it has 3 different settings on it. Peace, everybody that in here and left and came back and left. Anyway, so it has 3 different settings on it. And so when that happened, I turned the light back off. I went in my room. I locked the door. And I called like a spiritual guru friend at the time, and I was like, yo, no, matter of fact, I texted him. I was like, my light in the living room just came on, and I ain't turned it on. I'm not sure like what you know, what's going on. And what did he say? Oh, he said the light came on. Oh, like the light ding, like the light came on. That means you did something, and like the spirit world is complimenting you for what you did. So I was like, that made me feel a little bit better. I was like, okay. Now, mind you, all of this is happening during transition, like of me learning new stuff, like learning new information. So I was still scared. Like, I'm not like how I am now, where when I feel like I have no fear at all. But I was scared. So I was like, okay, I felt a little bit better after that. 3 things happened. Oh, okay, boom. So then it's the second thing. The next day, I was on the balcony, and then I was like, I'm about to go take a bath. I go to the bathroom to clean out the tub, and I hear, let me see if this is going to make the sound. No, that's not the right sound, but y'all get it. It was 3 knocks. And I'm like, looking around like, what the? So I go to the front door. The front door is right there, mind you. It's right by the bathroom. I don't even know why I went to the front door, but I figured somebody was at the door. So I go to the front door, and I look, and nobody's there. I look through the peephole first. I open up the door, because maybe it was like sometimes when you have a mail at the door, they knock, and then they walk away. So I opened up the door, looked, there was nothing there. It's like, okay, let me go back to just washing up the tub. I go back, I'm washing the tub. Here we go again. I was like, what is this? So then I go out to the balcony, because I figured that they was doing construction on the property. So I go, and I'm looking out the balcony. I lived on the 3rd floor at the time, and I'm looking over, and I don't see nobody. Nobody's outside, because it's like during the daytime or something like that. Nobody's outside. It is complete quiet. And I'm like, yo, what the heck? And then I hear it one more time. This time I actually go outside. Like, I go all the way down my steps, and I go out the apartment building, and I'm like looking around, because I'm like, am I tripping? Anyway, so I call or text the spiritual guru person, and I'm like, yo, this is happening. Like, I heard 3 knocks or whatever. And he's like, well, you're obviously keep on ignoring whoever it is that's trying to communicate with you. So now they started knocking. And I was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, during that time, I was using tarot cards. I was using tarot cards at the time. And I didn't have any exact crystals, like the crystals of stones, the protections that they said to use. So, excuse me, drink some water. Alright, 3rd time. Now, the 3rd time is a goddamn charm, y'all. This is when I knew that, one, I had someone who was like really, truly communicating with me, and I knew that I had something, some type of special energy, powers. I mean, we all have it. So basically I had, actually, no, it's 2 more things. I just remembered. Okay, because I was leaving out of my apartment like that night or the night after. I was going to a party, and I was like, all this shit been happening around the house. I'm gonna stay out. I'm not staying in this apartment by myself tonight. So I go to close the blinds. You know those blinds that they have for the balconies, the ones that like turn like this, the little straight back ones. I don't know what you call them, but yeah. So I gotta drink some more water. Hold on. Okay, so I go to close the blinds, and before I did it, they closed by themselves. They was like, I was like, oh hell no! I grabbed my stuff. I left out. I don't even know. Like, I don't think I forgot anything. Matter of fact, I didn't even have any clothes with me. I just ended up staying out where I went. And so then that day, the next day came, and I was going back home, and I sat in the car, and I was scared. I was like, I don't want to go back in this place. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't want to go in here. So I got up. I eventually got up out the car. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna have to face it. And so I go in there, And I go to the bathroom first. That's the first thing I do is go to the bathroom. And then I see this post on Facebook. It say, when your ex asks you to come back in your life. And then there was this song that came on that said, hell no to the no, 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 no. That song right there. So I reposted it on my page. What you doing? So I reposted it on my Facebook page because it was funny. So I get finished using the bathroom. I close out my Facebook page. Matter of fact, did I turn my phone off? No, my phone was still on, but I closed out my Facebook page. Everything was closed out. And so I come out the bathroom, and I'm walking into my living room and the dining room, and I'm like, listen. Hold on, because this is kind of noisy. Hold on. Okay, so I walk into my living room and my dining room, and I'm like, all right, listen, I know that there's other energies here with me, but you know, we got to live here together, so can you just take it easy on me? And then that damn song came on. Hell no to the no, no, no. Look, let me tell y'all something. On everything I love, I opened up the phone and I took the damn battery out, and the song was still fucking playing. It was still playing, y'all. It's crazy because I've been holding that story and I haven't told anybody because I know everybody's going to think that I'm fucking crazy. Like, why would you even be doing all that stuff? You know what I'm saying? So I run out the apartment. I go sit in my car. I call I put the battery back in. I call the dude. I call him this time. I don't text him. I call him. I'm like, hey, I think you need to come do a cleansing of the house. And he said, I knew you was going to say that. So then, of course, you know, well, at first he said, you need to just go in there and face it. I mean, you called on it, you asked it to come, because I told him that I did have like tarot cards before, and I played the Ouija board once, twice, maybe 3 times, I don't know, whatever. And he was like, no, you need to go in there and face whatever it is because you called on it. And I was like, I'm not going back in there. Like, no, I'm not going back in there. And I didn't go back in there. I ended up going, because we were actually having Sunday dinner at my sister's house. So I ended up going to my sister's house. I was scared shitless. And I told her what happened. And she was like, girl, I'm trying to tell you, man, you be messing with that stuff, messing with the Ouija board, you better stop. Stop that or whatever. Anyway, so now I'm going to go to when he actually helped me. Because he did help me. And he did come and cleanse my unit. So, but the price I had to pay was I had to miss Sunday dinner. Everybody ate and got to be around family, and I had to miss Sunday dinner. So I missed Sunday dinner because I had to ride all the way out to like West Bumblefuck County, wherever he lived at, so he can grab the stuff that he needed in order to cleanse the house. And then we had to drive all the way back. Anyway, so we go in there, we go in the house. Before we get there, he's like, him and another guy who assists was like meditating upon entering the house. He was meditating upon entering the house. So they were like, close their eyes and channel, like going up the steps and walking to the door. And once they opened it, they wanted to know what type of energy was in there so they know what type of forces they may need, right? And so then one of the guys was like, you know, I see myself driving down whatever the name of that street was. I'm walking up the steps, but they're not letting me in. They're not letting me in the house. So I was like, okay. And so then, like, it was that serious. They ended up calling somebody else. There was like somebody else who was a real prophet. Oh, actually, I skipped over a piece of the story, but I don't even think it matters. But doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, they called somebody else and asked them to do the same thing. Now, this person that they called, I believe this was the same person that the guy guy who I had contacted had got in contact with this person right after I told him, like, I need the house cleansed. And he had her talk to me and tell me what type of crystals and stuff that I need and what, you know, because I was going through a breakup. Spirits do like to lurk on that that energy of sadness and depression and things like that. So called that person and asked them to do the same thing, and that person said the same thing. Now, mind you, the person who said that they went to the door, the first one that said that they went to the door and they wouldn't let them in, and the person who we called on the phone had no communication with each other, but they said the same exact thing. Basically, it's like they got to the door and it would not let them in. So, all right. So then, the person, who was helping me to cleanse the house, we drove to the house, and then before we got in there, he said, when we get to the house, I need you to close all the doors. Did he say close all the doors? Yeah. No. Excuse me. He said, I need you to open all the doors inside the unit. And we have to hit every corner of this house with whatever it is he had. I'm guessing it probably was sage. And so we went through the house and we did that. And also I had stuff in there that belonged to my ex. And he said, whatever it is that you have that belongs to your ex, you need to take it out right now, put it in a box, and we're going to get rid of it. You need to ship this stuff out because it's lurking energy. It's not yours. It belongs to that ex. So therefore, you need to ship it to your ex. And it's like, okay. So I'm up here grabbing everything that is there, just, wanting to get that up out of there. And then he goes into the living room. He pulls out like his computer or his phone, and it has this vibrational type frequency music that you feel like you are in a Twilight Zone or something. I don't know. I don't even know what type of music it was or anything. I'm gonna get that damn dope. So he's there and he's like sitting there and he's meditating. He has his legs crossed and he's sitting on the ground, on the floor, and he starts talking like, she wanted to know who she was. So I'm looking over the corner, just kind of like, what? Because at first he's like, doing all the other stuff, in order to get himself there. And then saying she wanted to know who she was, but she's going about it the wrong way. She needs to do more research on what she's getting herself into. And it was a family energy, basically. So they wasn't there to harm me in any way, shape, or form. As I could see, they was really wanting to get my damn attention. So I was like, wow, okay. And he said it was a female energy that had transitioned. I don't even think he said family. I think he said female, but I just figured it was family. And I was like, oh, okay. And after that, he made me promise to never touch tarot cards again, which I haven't even touched my tarot cards ever again. Because I was frightening. That's why I said I'm done. I have to be authentic in my truth and let y'all know this story. You know what I'm saying? And how that actually got me deeper into wanting to learn about the spirit world, because we are the spirit worlds. We are spirits. Egg on it. So yeah, that is basically the hey cousin. I just now turned back over to the comments, y'all. So, and I actually have another one too. Another story that I'm gonna tell. But that is how I knew. That was my number one thing of how I knew that I had this. This is what it was. So the dude who had cleansed the house, he was like, he had talked to the spiritual friend, the one who had suggested the crystals and stuff for me to use, and was like, y'all told her what happened and who it was, and he was like, man, she thinks that you're really powerful, like, and she want us to mentor you or something like that, you know. It was something of that extent, and I was like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Pop my call. I know how to call on spirits. No. But anyway, that never happened. He like disappeared. I think I spooked him. No, I'm just playing. Hopefully he doesn't come across this video. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, so that was like, and them saying that, saying that was another affirmation that I am that powerful, and I am able. I do have this ability to pick up on people's energy, definitely, like most of us are able to do. I also am able to communicate with those who have transitioned. There, I said it. I fucking said it, okay? I am able to communicate with those who have transitioned. Anyway, so back it on up a little bit, and then so another situation that let me know. How rude. Don't call me, I'm doing the live. I don't know who that was. Stop calling me. All right, another transition that another thing that let me know that I have this great power is one of my homegirls. I was sitting at work one day. This one I was Prager's, and this is something I already knew about myself, but you know, just getting that message from her confirmed it. She was like, "Hey, you know, I just got a nudge that you're very clairaudient or clairvoyant," and I was like, "Oh." You know what I'm saying? Like, I know because I've had experiences, but I just ignore them a lot. And I'm tired of ignoring them. So that was that. And then another thing that happened was I had went to North Carolina, y'all. And I didn't even tell my family this in North Carolina. If y'all watching, I did not tell y'all this. So y'all don't be freaked out. Don't be freaked out about me. But I had went to North Carolina. I stayed at my cousin's house, and we were supposed to go out that night, but I ended up not feeling well. Like, I was like, I'm just not feeling it, and I was like, I'm gonna stay in the house. I'm sure y'all remember that. I was like, I'm gonna stay in the house or whatever. So I was like, no, but y'all go ahead and have fun. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up staying in the house, and I'm downstairs in the living room, and you know how, I don't know if you, okay, whatever. I see this light, a light, and it started from the ground, and it started to come up. A very tall light, muscular light, like of course it was masculine energy. And I'm looking, I'm like I'm thinking I'm tripping. I'm like, what am I tripping? Like, what is going on? And then I look over to the right, and they had some flowers that set up there. And they were like moving slowly like that. I mean, of course, I didn't get scared. I just thought I was tripping because I felt like that wasn't the energy of my father coming to say hello to me, because I'm in his hometown technically. I mean, North Carolina in a sense is his town. So I just figured it was him. But I've never said that to anybody. Those are basically all my occurrences that have happened that has led me to where I am today. And then On top of that, you know, there's things that happened to me when I was younger. A lot of them I don't always remember. I know one time I was working at Office Depot and I felt somebody tap me on my shoulder. I turned around really fast because it was weird. I'm like, who the heck is in? Because I had just walked over to the computer. I worked in a coffee center. Nobody else was in a coffee center. So I was like, who the hell? I turned around. It was nobody, y'all. It wasn't nobody. It was not nobody behind me. And I don't even know if I mentioned this to anybody. I don't remember. I think I could have told somebody. I think I could have probably told my mom or my sister. And then my sister and my mom has always been like, I think you have some type of like, they would tell me this, like, you could see things before it happened, because there's been situations that have occurred that and I've told them about it, and then it'll happen, you know, just like in my dreams. Like, my dreams are so legit, except for that one about me eating meat. I'm not eating that shit. But my dreams be so legit. Like, the last person I was in a relationship with, like a long relationship for 2.5 years, I dreamt. I saw that person, like, in flesh and blood. I felt it in my heart. Like, and then a few months later, we met. Like, it's crazy. But, what was it? Oh, so then, okay, this is it. Oh, my battery about to die. No. Hold on, y'all. I hope I didn't take it up. Oh no! I got it, y'all. I got it. I just got a whole bunch of junk in my purse. I need to clean it out. I need to clean out the junk in my purse so I can get some money in my purse. Hallelujah. No. Okay, I guess it's charging. I don't know. Okay, so then I was meditating the other day, and I was like, what is it that I'm here? Like, what I was meditating on is like, what is it that I'm here to do? Because I've been feeling like confused, and like, I do a little bit of everything, honestly, and I'm going to continue to do a little bit of everything, because that is how you become a multi-millionaire. You keep your hand in every basket. Don't remove them from any. All baskets got your hands in it. Okay? But, so I was meditating on that, and also I had mentioned to a few people before, like, I feel like I'm here because I'm supposed to help people. As far as helping them with reading their energy, or basically communicating with the spirit world. So as I'm meditating the other day, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just meditating, just wanting to get some more clearer answers about life in general, like why I'm on this planet Earth and things like that. And that was the only thing that kept coming across my mind. Like, there are so many people who need closure with a loved one, and they haven't been able to have that closure, and that's why you are here. And I kept hearing it, kind of like the damn knocks. I kept hearing, like, yeah, so I kept on hearing it, and I was just like, okay, I got it, I got you. And even that day, I said I was going to go live, and I was going to just speak what, you know, what I'm feeling, because I have to be authentic in my truth. Like, excuse me. This is mineral water. I got to show y'all. It's a little drop of minerals in there. I don't know why my throat is doing this right now, but that's good. That means I'm opening up this throat chakra. Yeah, so I have to be authentic, but even that day I didn't go live. It was like, I never ended up doing it, basically, and I just ignored it again. After all of those times of being let know, like, hey, you got something that is helpful to people. Yeah. That's basically it. Like, that is everything in a nutshell of what's been going on. You always got good story, cuz. Oh, well, thank you, cousin. I'm my bad, y'all. I'm just going back over to the comments. I had to take the comments off because I couldn't see my own face. I like to see my own face. No. Yeah, so that's basically it. So anyway, my whole message today is to stop ignoring yourself. Stop ignoring that inner you. You know, stop ignoring the inner you that you are hearing. That is God. That is God speaking to you, and letting you know the inner thoughts is always the best thoughts for you to go with. And you should stop ignoring it and live out to your fullest potential, because one, you have these energies, which we call spirit guides. Some people might call them guardian angels, or a plethora of other things. And they are there with you. They are surrounding you. I mean, they are with you no matter what. And they're going to support you in everything that you feel is right. But they're also going to be looking at you like, why you keep on ignoring your calling, though? You keep ignoring your calling, and then you keep asking, like, what are you here to do? And I'm letting you know what you're here to do, but you're not trying to do. You're not listening. So if you don't want to listen, then you're going to experience whatever it is that you're going to experience until you're ready to listen. I heard 3 knocks, y'all. 3 knocks. And the 3 knocks. The 3 knocks is letting me know, like, do, 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 do. So again, that story I told y'all before was when I was completely and utterly scared shitless. Okay. Since then I've grown a lot. That was actually like 2 or 3 years. No, that was a minute ago. It had to be like almost 3 years ago. 3 or almost 4 years. I don't know. It seemed like it was yesterday, because it seemed like it was just yesterday. But that is basically the message, to stop ignoring your inner you. If it's something out there that you feel really inside that you want to do, then you should do it. And even if it's something like this, like what I just said, and which a lot of people might disagree with, because a lot of people are within their own paradigm of their own beliefs, it might spook them out, and might cause for some people not to want to communicate with me anymore, or things of that nature. Then, you know, that's absolutely okay, because I have to be authentic in my truth, and you have to be authentic in your truth. So if you're not being authentic in your truth, then why are you even doing this? Like, why are you even walking this path in the first place? You know what I mean? And that also, real quick, leads me down to being able to just speak your mind, because a lot of times in the past I have held back saying a lot of things that I really wanted to say, because I felt like I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And sometimes, you know, you could just say things, and I'm just saying stuff, and I don't necessarily intend on hurting anyone's feelings, but sometimes, you know, it does. But I'm not responsible for the way that anyone else perceives what I say. I'm only responsible for what I say and what I do. So that was, where was I going with that? That's basically, is my phone about to die? Oh, okay, no, it's not. It just got darker. These iPhones, I don't know why. Why did it get darker? How do you do that? How do you make it lighter? What is that? Okay, I don't know why I just did that. Maybe it's a spirit. Probably is, really. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Being your authentic self. Because if you're not being your authentic self, then what are you doing this for? And that's also a part of your growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a part of my growth. It took me a while to be able to come on here and share this information, and to even let anyone know that I do have that capability And it's a very freeing feeling. So I encourage you all to follow that inner voice, that inner guidance today. Do what you feel and know is real for you. And I trust that you found some other, or just messages, a plethora of messages throughout this video. And it feels good to release. This little one has not cried the whole time. He must have been really into it, because, you know, he probably was right there with me. Or not probably, he was, before coming here, right there with me, watching, like, Shell know what she doing. Oh, that reminds me, one last thing, and I'm gonna get off. I had a dream. Oh, two things. One, I had a dream. Oh, three things. God damn. Ah! Okay. One thing that happened was, and I don't remember the order, but I'm just gonna tell you what happened. So I was living in a basement. This is after I had moved from my apartment. This is after. Come on, Nick. Come on, Nick. Oh, boy. Okay. Okay. Here, play with your toy. There you go. Okay, so this is after I had moved from my apartment. I was living in a basement. And as I'm laying down, I'm like halfway up, halfway asleep, but I'm about to get up. I hear a voice, like right here, y'all. It said 222. If you can hear me, it said 222, but it whispered 222. And I jumped out that goddamn bed so fast. I said, what the I turned on all the lights. I was like, yo. And I did not go back to sleep that night. I stayed up for the rest of the night. I Googled what 222 meant. And it was basically saying that changes are coming. You're on the right path. You need to believe in yourself. Things of that nature. And I was like, okay, you know, so I was cool with it, but I still ain't go back to bed. I got out the bed and just got dressed and went to work, because I was like, okay. So that was one thing. I said I had three things. Okay. Anyway, so the next thing is I actually had a dream. Oh, yeah, two things, right? I actually had a dream of my son. I had a dream of him, like, I don't know how long ago that was. But basically, I had a dream that at my house, we have steps you go up. And an old room that I used to stay in, like the smallest room, that he was in there. Or it was a male energy, let me say that. And I was like, baby, I want you to come back and live with me, because, you know, I want to take you to school and all this stuff. And so this male energy probably was about maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. I don't know. But and then the little boy said, well, when I was with you, you was always getting abused or something like that. You was always coming home like with scratches on your body and things like that. So that's why I don't want to come back. And so now I was just begging, like, please come back. Please come back to me, right? That was in a dream. I feel like that was probably a past life for me. You know what I mean? And I also felt like that was this little one right here, because I asked him to come back in the dream. Confirmation. He said, uh-huh. And then the last dream I had was I was on this path where I was researching information about being a breatharian. And I was really intrigued by these people who said that they were breatharians. And like basically breatharians is that you don't eat, or you eat very little or none at all. And so I was watching all these videos on like YouTube and stuff about it. Like I was becoming like very intrigued by this. And I was like, wow, like basically they just live off of prana, which is air, the air in the sun. And so I was like, wow. So I ended up having a dream a few days after that, or that night, that I was pregnant, right? And I was like a few months pregnant, like my belly was out, and I kind of heard like I was humming or something, like I was humming or something to the baby. So then, you know, I didn't really think too much of it, because I know that sometimes when you have dreams about being pregnant, it just usually means that you're about to give birth to like a new idea, or something of that nature. And I think at the time I was working on a few different things. I don't know, maybe a show or a book or something. I don't know. So I just figured, I just chalked it off to that. Oh no. And so then what happened was I looked it up, and it said, that means that you've reached a new level in the human experience. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I was learning about what it is to be a breatharian. And so that's what I figured it was. And then a few months later, I found out I was pregnant. So I felt like that, I felt like that was all in one. Like, that's the spirit world. Because, when you go to sleep, you are definitely in tune and innately with the spirit world, was communicating to me that I was about to be with child. And then that's why also the 222 came along to let me know that there's big changes that's coming, and this little one has decided to make his arrival. Anyway, so I don't know how long I've been on here. I don't even think I run my mouth like this in real life. So, yeah, so that was my whole point of letting y'all know that I just wanted to give y'all examples of things that I dream about that actually comes into fruition. So, yes, that is it. So, hopefully you are done ignoring yourself as well, and you are ready to grab life by the horns. I'm almost done, baby. We're about to get off right now. Grab life by the horns and wait a minute. And do what it is that your inner voice is telling you to do. Alright, y'all. I trust that message found you and touched you and everything else. Remember to always keep a healthy perspective, okay? A healthy mind equals a healthy body. And don't you forget that. Hey, by the way, y'all share this video. Share this video so that it may be a blessing to someone else. All right? Peace.